Hello, this is Jo from Maths Tutor Me. Today we're doing geometry and I'm going to do a little introduction to congruence. Now, congruence is the word that we use to describe objects that are exactly the same shape and size. Okay? If two shapes are congruent, then they will have matching sides and angles equal, as well as equal area. Okay? Now there's a new symbol that we need to know, which is this one here. 3 horizontal lines means congruent. Okay, so let me show you what we need to do with congruence today. So, in question 1, it says consider the congruent shapes. So I have a trapezium and another trapezium. It's telling me that they're congruent. So these triangles are congruent. They're exactly the same shape, exactly the same trapezium. This one's just been rotated around a little bit. Okay, it says write a congruence statement. So what that is we want to give our shapes names or labels. And we use the letters that are around the outside to do that. So what you do is often you do it in alphabetical order. So for this first trapezium, I'm going to start with the A and I'm going to go A, B, C, D. So A, B, C, D is my first trapezium. That is congruent to, now I need to give the label for the second trapezium. Now with the second one, you need to make sure that the letter that you write first is the same as the first letter you wrote here. So A is this angle. So the first letter I have to write has to be in the same position for this one. So that will have to be H. Even if it's not alphabetical order, it will have to be H. So A corresponds with H, so H has to go first. B corresponds with I. C corresponds with J. And D corresponds with K. So that's what we call a congruent statement. A, B, C, D is congruent to H, I, J, K. Now we want to find which is the matching side to DC. DC in the first trapezium would be exactly the same as KJ. You could also look at that from our congruence statement. DC and KJ, see here in the same positions. So KJ would be the matching side. What is the matching angle to? Now we use this symbol whenever we are writing down an angle label. So this says angle symbol BCD, BCD. And there's always 3 letters to name an angle. The letter that is in the middle is the point of the angle. So C is the point. BCD, we're talking about this angle here. We want to write the name of the angle that matches that one in this other trapezium. So it's going to be this one over here. So J is the point, so I'm going to have to write angle IJK. IJK. Now you could have also said KJI. As long as the J is in the middle at the point, that would be an acceptable answer. Okay, let's have a look at question 2. There are 2 congruent shapes as shown below. We have some triangles here. This one looks like it's kind of been flipped over sideways and then over downwards. We want to write a congruence statement. So let's start with our top triangle here. Now, when it's a triangle, we can actually say triangle. Let's start with W, X, Z. Okay, WXZ is my first triangle, and it is congruent to triangle. Now the W corresponds with the Y in the second triangle. The X, which is this slightly bigger angle than the pointy one, we've kind of got a bigger angle and a pointier one down here. So that angle is actually the same as that one, isn't it? So that one's going to be Z next. And then we had Z, which is going to correspond to the X on the lower side. It's a little bit tricky, isn't it? Because we've got an angle above and one below. So write a congruent statement. There it is. Triangle WXZ is congruent to triangle YZX. Which side matches WX? WX is going to be corresponding or matching to this one over here, YZ. Okay, XZ, what's that going to match? It's actually going to match, XZ again, because it's a corresponding side there, isn't it? XZ matches XZ. Then we want to know some matching angles. Which angle matches angle XWZ? XWZ up here, that's going to match with this one, isn't it? So I can call that angle XYZ, with the Y in the middle. It could have been ZYX, either way. And the second one, YZX, we're actually starting with the bottom triangle. This one here, that angle would match this one over here, WXZ. So angle WXZ. Okay, so here's just a quick couple of questions for you to practice here. Have a try of these few questions by yourself first, and then have a look at the answers. So question number 1, circle the shape that is congruent to. So remember, congruent means exactly the same shape and size. Okay, so I have a triangle here. Well, for starters, this one's not even a triangle, so it's not going to be that one. Okay, so I have 3 triangles left. Which one is exactly the same shape and size? Well, this one's a bit too narrow, and this one's isosceles. This one here is the one that is congruent. So if you were to rotate it around and slide it onto there, it would be exactly the same shape and size. And in question 2, we want to look at those congruent shapes there, and we want to write a congruence statement. So we start with triangle. Let's start with this triangle on this side. ABC is going to be congruent to triangle. Now the A matches, okay, the A is connected from the dot, this line, and then A. So dot line actually matches the D. Okay, B is just the shorter side after the dot, so dot shorter side is going to be the E. And the C is right here in the center as C again. Okay, let's try and find some matching things. Which side matches AB? AB is across from the dot, and on this triangle it's going to be ED. Which side matches CE? CE, this way. CE is our shorter side, matches CB. Okay, now for the angles. Which angle matches angle BAC? It's our smallest angle that we have, which matches this one down here, which will be angle EDC. EDC, that one. Which angle matches angle CBA? So this angle, okay, it's going to match that one there. That one we're going to call CED. Angle CED. Okay, so that's it for today. Just a little brief intro. Join me next time and we're going to do some more congruence questions. Okay, bye.